Hey guys, Robbie here. Today I thought I'd show you a really great arpeggio exercise, which is one I try and do every day. It's a really good one because it's going to test your brain concentration skills, but it's also going to get you practicing your kind of technique stamina and get you playing all over the fretboard. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to show you all the really essential chord qualities to apply to this because there's quite a few. However, let's first start with C major 7 while I show you what the exercise is. So it's basically a 3-octave arpeggio which ascends and descends. So slowly. So this shape is going to be our sort of skeleton or point of reference when changing it to other chord qualities too. So what I want you to really think about is getting the right fingering. You want to focus on the points where we need to change position because we want to try and make that as comfortable and as fluid as possible. So you're going to want to do what's comfortable by using your index to set up the next position. And then across all the different chord qualities, we're always going to have this jump to land on the 7th. And in this case, I'm using my ring finger to land on it. So index, jump, index. Okay, and then what we do with this is we take it through all 12 keys. So I like to go backwards around the cycle of fifths. So if we started on C, we'd then now move up a fourth and do the exact same thing in F. So that has the exact same fingering and same shapes and positions. So if we went through all the keys, we'd get this. He's a nice one. Then when we get back to C, we change it to minor. So for the fingering for the minor, we use the exact same shapes as we did before, but we just adjust the notes and the fingering. So I'm still using my index finger to set up the next position. And we still have that big jump to the 7th. But this time I land on the 7th with my middle finger because the middle finger and the root are now two frets apart. That jump probably looks quite hard at the moment, but with a bit of practice it will become really comfortable and it will just be, you won't even question that that's the correct way to do it. Okay, and then like before, we carry on taking this through all the 12 keys again. Etc. This is great because if we go through the exercise doing all the chord qualities, then it's going to take quite a while to get through. But I think long exercises are really good because it's really going to train your concentration and consistency because you'll need to really focus to keep every note sounding good. And you could even combine this exercise with loads of different metronome practice techniques as well, so that you're working on a whole combination of things in one go. This is especially great if you don't have much time to practice. So let's go through all the other chord qualities. There'll definitely be more options than what I show you here, but I think these are going to be the most essential which you'll want to start using in your playing straight away. So we've already covered the major and the minor, so the next one I would focus on would be the minor major 7. So for this one, I actually don't like using my pinky at the start of this because this whole area can get quite cramped. So I don't actually use my pinky until landing on the 3rd octave. That's where I use it. We also want to include the major 7 sharp 5. Beautiful sound. So with this one, we now have a sharp 5, so the distance between the 3rd and the 5th is bigger. So that makes me want to play that sharp 5 with my pinky instead. But then that makes me want to jump up to the 7th with my middle finger instead of my ring finger. However, this is just my preference, and with all of these, you should try and work out what works best for you. We then definitely want to know the minor 7 flat 5. Okay, and then there's quite a few options which I like to do for the dominant chords. So first starting with a regular dominant 7th chord. And then dominant flat 5. Yeah, this one works great for your whole tone nonsense, but it's also perfect for a dominant sharp 11 as well. Also do dominant sharp 5. And then finally for the dominants, I like the sound of the dominant sus4 too. It's got that kind of pentatonic sound to it. You could also find more options by mixing some of them. For example, I think the sound of a dominant sus4 but with a flat 5 is really super cool. That's awesome. It's kind of like a sophisticated minor blues sound. And then the last two, which I do in this colossal exercise, is for the diminished. So one of my favorite modern S sounds to use is the Diminished Major 7, which sounds like this. So the fingering for this one can be a bit tricky because we've got a bigger jump now, as we're going from a flat 5 to a major 7. Also, at the end of this, it can get a bit cramped. So what I do is I use my middle finger to play the last flat 5, which allows my index time to move. And finally, you could also apply a regular fully diminished arpeggio to this as well. I also wanted to mention that it's good to remember we can use these arpeggio shapes to bring out other sounds too. For example, the C major 7 shape could also be used for an A minor 9 sound. C minor 7 could be an A flat major 9 sound, or also an E flat major 6. C major 7 sharp 5 could be used for an A minor major 9. And C minor 7 flat 5 could be used for an A flat 9. And also an E flat minor 6. Also, a really great sound is using the Diminished Major 7 for dominant chords. So C Diminished Major 7 could be used for a D13 flat 9 sound. It could also be used for the other dominant chords in that family, which are a minor third apart too, of course. Same goes for the regular fully diminished arpeggio as well. I also wanted to show another way I like to practice these arpeggio shapes. So as well as taking each arpeggio one by one through the cycle of fourths in a sort of non-stop long exercise, I also like to choose just one chord quality and practice moving chromatically. So if I take a major 7, I start at the lowest option, which is E, and ascend. But then when I descend, I play the next key a semitone above, so F. And then I keep going with that pattern. So the thing to watch out for is that instead of jumping to the 7th, I actually jump to the root instead, which is the 7th of the next key, for this chord quality anyway. So in full we get this. So that's it for today, but if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button, and the little bell thing as well. Also, let me know in the comments how you get on with this stuff, and if you want to see more of these kind of guitar exercises / warm-ups. But yeah, huge thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.